あの宝を誰かが見つけたとき、世界はひっくり返るのさ。誰かが見つけ出す。その日は必ず来る。ワンピースは実在する。
Well, it's finally here. After waiting for a long time since it was first announced, we can finally see the teaser and the first look of the One Piece live action by Netflix. The much anticipated live action adaptation of our beloved manga and anime series has just released its official trailer on the Netflix TUDUM event. As a One Piece fan, this sure makes me hype up since it's also revealed that it will be releasing on 31st August, which is very soon. Hi, I'm Patsan, and in this video, I will give my impression on the One Piece live action trailer and also break down the details that you might have missed that we got in the trailer. There will be some good and bad tidbits that I will touch upon on, but since this is not the finished product yet and the filmmakers are currently working hard on the post-production, I believe we could see a more amazing finished product than what we see in the trailer for now. Although the trailer by itself already looks amazing. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe, as I will release new videos every week talking about anime, manga, and comic book adaptation. But now, let's jump right into the video, shall we, nakamas? The trailer starts with the monologue of our beloved protagonist Monkey D. Luffy as he explained how the sea has been calling to him since he was a kid and he's going to be the king of the pirates. We can also see the beautiful world of One Piece in East Blue, where our protagonist will embark on the first chapter of his adventure. We see Fusa Village where Luffy grows up. We see the Going Merry and Luffy's first reaction upon seeing it. We see Luffy just chilling outside the Baratie, and then we go to Shell's Town. When Luffy said that he needs loyal crew, guess who we see? It's our first mate and future greatest swordsman, Roronoa Zoro. We then see a montage that has all these cool shots, from Zoro fighting with his swords. Nami reminded the crew of how dangerous the Grandline is. We see the Sea King from the coast of Fusa Village, and of course, Shanks. We also see Alfie the pirates and their ship, and then we see Buggy. Oh boy, I can't contain my excitement when I see that close-up shots of Buggy. It feels so menacing and intimidating, which is supposed to be, as Buggy in the beginning of the story is introduced as these ruthless and cruel, psychotic pirates. He even blows up a person with a cannon as an introduction in the manga. So I'm very happy that they show like Buggy as this intimidating and psychotic figure in the trailer. We then see the banter between the crew. Nami and Zoro are bickering and Luffy is trying to be the middleman. Boy, how I love how they portray the dynamic of the crew already in this trailer. And as if that wasn't exciting enough, we see our first look at the Marine battleship. And if you notice the figurehead of that ship, you know who that Navy battleship belongs to. Yes, it's none other than our mighty hero of the Marine and Luffy grandfather, Garp. We will see Garp in the live adaptation as well. We then get our first look at Usopp and Sanji in this trailer. Then, a shot where we saw Shanks again, now rescuing Kid Luffy that is drowning in the sea. Follow up by Luffy, Zoro, and Nami battling the Marines in what appears to be a marine base. We then switch the scene to Usopp fighting with his iconic slingshot in what I guess is in the Syrup Village, and Sanji kicking some guy in the Baratie while holding a food in his hand. Oh, that is so badass. To conclude that amazing montage, we got to see the Straw Hats before they about to enter the Reverse Mountain and that iconic barrel pose where they shout out each of their dreams like in the manga. That's so cool. Finally, at the end of the trailer, we saw our first look at the Devil Fruit powers. We saw Luffy using his Devil Fruit powers to punch Alfida, and we saw Kobe standing next to Luffy as well. We saw Luffy shouting, "Come, come! Pistols!" as he stretches his hand and punches Alfida right in the face. And this is followed up by a scene where he tells Zoro that all great fighters shout out their finishing move, which Zoro stoically said that, "No they don't." And that's the end of the trailer. cue up the One Piece logo. Man, I can't tell you enough how excited I am for this adaptation. Although initially I had some doubts, this first teaser actually looking very decent and it makes me hopeful for this live action to turn out well. So, according to some rumors from One Piece leakers in the community, there are two trailers that they have right now. The one that we see here is already 1 year old, and we will see another trailer with more reveals close to when it's about to air. So I'm guessing by the end of July or early August, we will get another trailer. Because we still didn't see so many great things that are already confirmed will be in the live action adaptation, but we didn't see it as now, such as Arlong and Arlong Park, and then Loketown, where we will see the former Pirate King get executed, and then the things that I really excited to see the most is the appearance of the world's greatest swordsman, Dracul Mihawk, slashing the ship of Don Creek pirates. I'm sure they will have this in the series, and I can't wait to see if they will show it in the next trailer or not. We'll see. I'm sure the next trailer will show us many more great things. And not long after the trailer was released, One Piece Netflix social media released a video of the Straw Hat cast reacting to the teaser for the first time. To see their reaction to the teaser as well is so heartwarming. Seems like they also got the Straw Hat dynamics in real life, outside the filming too. We even see Inaki Godoy teared up at the end due to the overwhelming joy and the feeling he had watching the teaser trailer for the first time. And of course, all of the Nakamas jump straight, comforting him, and we see all of them hugging in the end of the show, showing how much love and hard work they have been putting on for the filming of this adaptation. If that doesn't show you how much love they pour in for this adaptation, I don't know what to tell you guys. So, show them some love too. Now, I want to talk to you about my impression of the trailer. I have the good and bad opinions of the impression that I got from this trailer. Let's start with the bad first. I kind of feel like the Nami wig looks like some cheap cosplay prop when you saw it for the first time. I don't know how Zoro green hair managed to look more natural and not out of place compared to Nami's hair. Maybe that's because of the lighting? I don't know. In that case, maybe they can fix it in the post-production to make it less like a cosplay at a Comic Con. And for all of you daughters saying that Sanji will not have long hair, where are you at now? Sanji looking fine with the look and his drip is looking fireman. And the first scene where we first saw Zoro, I think still kind of feels weird. He should be looking battered and beat up and dirty because he has been tied up for 9 days in the cross while not eating anything for his punishment. Not to mention, he also got beaten up by Helmeppo, but we just kinda see that he doesn't look that rough from his punishment and look kind of like an idle actor who just got tied up in some cross. I don't know, it kind of feels weird to me. I hope they add some retouch in the post-production to not portray him as this kind of like having good looks the first time we saw him on screen. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely think that Makenyu, the actor that plays Zoro, nails the Zoro look overall based on what I see so far, except the first time that we see him tied up. And as far as like the personality, the sword fighting, it all screams that is our Roronoa Zoro. Also, we didn't hear a line from our other Straw Hat Nakamas, namely Usopp and Sanji, which was kind of disappointing. But from the shots that they include, I think they did a fantastic job portraying Usopp and Sanji in this live adaptation. We all know the actor that portrayed Luffy play him as an energetic, kind of goofy kid, which I like, but in its entirety of the series, I also want to see the idiot sides of Luffy and also the charismatic side, where he draws people into him as well. I hope that they have this when we watch the episodes when it drops. I mean, that's kind of the charm of our protagonist, Monkey D. Luffy. Enough talking about the bad part. What about the good part? Well, it's a lot. They portray this One Piece world as close as possible to the source material. I was baffled when I saw it for the first time. Shows how much effort the staff puts on to bring this world to life. From the Fusa village And we can even see the red hair pirate ships at the beginning, to Baratie, to the pirates' battle at sea, the marine base at Shellstown. It all looks as if the One Piece world is transferred into the real life. Props to the filmmaker for this. We also got to talk about the costume. The Straw Hats each have different costume that they wear on, with the exception of Zoro, where he only wears his usual white shirt and Haramaki in this trailer. We got to see Luffy, Usopp, Nami wear all different clothes in different shots. It would be very weird if they just stick to one style of clothing like in the manga where they never change like their clothes. But here they pay attention to these little things, and what I absolutely appreciate is that some of the different clothes we saw on the trailer that our character wear was actually from the cover story that Oda draws. How cool is that? It's like the filmmaker pays an homage to Oda Sensei in their own way, and this is such a cool thing to see. And for the character design, I really like it where they adapt to just go for the normal person look for some of our cast, where there is no swirly eyebrows for Sanji or that extra long nose for Usopp. Things would really look out of place if they decided to have it in the live action adaptation. It would take the focus away of the story due to the goofy design, and we can focus on the story because of our character looks so out of place in the real world. Remember, this is like a movie, not like some cosplay. And remember, guys, we are talking about real life people here. Speaking of amazing character design, just look how they nailed the look for Buggy. It's really menacing and psychotic, which perfectly depicts Buggy. We could still have some goofy design like what is depicted in the One Piece manga for other characters that may come on later on. But we'll see about that in the future. We will see. And for the character dialogue, we can judge it from the limited amount of what we see in the trailer. I mean, it's a trailer. There's only a limitation of what we can see so far in the trailer. Some of you online said that it's too corny and it's cringe where Luffy mentioned the meta jokes about the finishing move line. I mean, it's just a joke, guys. We got to remember this also aims for the people who never watched One Piece before and will experience it for the first time. So, this kind of jokes, I think it's okay. Chill out, guys. Also, imagine if they are fighting in the middle of the fight and had to shout their technique name. It would feel so out of place. And how would Zoro do that with a sword in his mouth? Like he just mumbles some rubbish things because he cannot speak because he bites his sword. So I think it's fine if only Luffy shout his fighting move just to show you that he had this personality. But we have to see what kind of like things in the series have in store for us. I might be wrong, and they will shout their fighting move anyway when they are fighting. Some says the CGI look out of place. I mean, One Piece world itself is pretty weird to begin with. We have sea kings, people with devil fruit power, weird looking creature and people. But from what I see, the CGI of the Sea King is actually pretty decent. Some said it might look majestic, and none of the ships are CGI. They built a real size ship for this. For the sea battle, they might utilize some CGIs, and the CGI on Luffy Devil Fruit Power looked what I expected it to be, since we had movies with superpowered people strengthening limbs before, like Fantastic Four, so this is what I expected how Luffy powers would look like if it were CGI. The fight choreography also looks insane, especially that Zoro swords fight and Sanji when he kicks like the people in Baratie. The guy that Zoro is fighting is speculated by the community to be the former Baroque Works agent Mr. 7 that Zoro killed, that is revealed in the SBS by Oda Sensei. But we don't know if it's true. We have to find out when it actually airs. But looking at a glimpse, the character design looks pretty similar to what Oda Sensei drew in the SBS. To close off my impression of this trailer, my message for you guys is to keep in mind, don't expect a one by one retelling of the story. If you do, you are going to be disappointed. They only have so much things that they can do and put in the series, as it have limitation both in terms of time, props, and how much they can do, and so on. It depends on the medium. Like there are some things that they portray in the manga that also different when it comes to the anime, right? Like the haki aura color things in the anime to show the distinct difference of the character haki, or how they extended some fights in the anime world. That is also true for this live adaptation. Maybe how they will portray the characters will not be 100% similar to the manga, but in essence, the actor and actresses might embody the core nature of what makes the character in One Piece what they are. I mean, Oda Sensei also put so much attention and care to this live adaptation. I'm sure it will turn out great. Even Makenyu, the actor who portrays Zoro, recently said this in an interview. Whatever Oda Sensei wants for the show is what the fans want, so I'm sure they will be happy. We only have 8 hours in the series, and there will be changes, but it's necessary. We are very happy about that, and he's like our dad. So just expect a fun experience paying tribute to our favorite story and characters, and I guarantee you will enjoy this series. All of the people involved in the making of this series is also a big fan of One Piece. From the actors, the directors, the producer, the writers, the staff, and so much more. Look how it turns out for the first teaser trailer. It looks pretty amazing, right? Not all the story in the first 100 chapter can be told and portrayed like how it was written in the manga for this live adaptation. But I am sure that we will have an amazing retelling of the stories of our beloved One Piece. Keep in mind that beside us, the longtime fans, or those who are returning to the One Piece world after leaving for a while, this adaptation also aims at the general audience, or the normie you could say, who never got into the One Piece world in the first place and didn't want to bother to follow or read the 1000 episode plus anime and the manga chapter. They just want to start their One Piece journey. So there will be some retelling of the stories that will be adjusted. Let's enjoy the ride and welcome our new nakamas to this fast world filled with adventure. An example of a successful case is like what Riot Game did with Arcane. They released an amazing series tied to the League of Legends universe, but the story is for everyone to enjoy even if they are not a gamer and didn't know League of Legends lore beforehand. And as a result, audience loved it. Both the fans and gamer, and also the new normie audience enjoyed it, which resulted on people start their interest on playing League of Legends or other games that Riot Games release. This could be similar case for our One Piece live adaptation, where it can draw interest of the new people to watch the series and fall in love with the fast world of the One Piece universe. I just hope that this adaptation will not be another case of failed anime adaptation like Cowboy Bebop from Netflix. Cowboy Bebop from Netflix have this amazing visual and they nailed the character design, the world looks, the costume, the CGI, but fell flat when it comes to the storytelling because they changed the story so much and it feels too disconnected to the character and have a bad storytelling as a result. I hope that wouldn't be the case for One Piece live adaptation because so far in terms of visual they got it and it looks amazing. The same reaction I initially had when I saw the first impression of the Cowboy Bebop Netflix adaptation. But we can only tell how the story unfolds when the series drops, so finger crossed we'll have a good time on August 31st for this adaptation. The world of One Piece is vast and intricate, but it seems the creators have done justice to Eiichiro Oda's masterpiece. I'm confident this live-action adaptation will captivate both longtime fans and newcomers alike. Well folks, that wraps up my reaction and impression to the One Piece live-action trailer. I hope you enjoy watching it. And don't forget to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you excited as I am? Let me know in the comment. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you like the video. And I'll also be releasing other manga and anime related videos in the future. That's it from me. I'm Patsan and I'm going back to my shut-in life. Peace!